Hi guys. Right, so I'm gonna do something which I normally don't do. Is I'm gonna do 2 autism videos today, and this one I've just decided to do off the cuff because I think I need to speak about it. So it's going to be a quick rant, but I need to kind of get this through, right? So, contrary to belief, you would think you're releasing like all these autism videos and sharing your truth, and people would be like, "That's really good." I've actually had quite a lot of negative backlash from it. I've had people that are close to me kind of aren't too happy and don't really want to speak about it. They're either embarrassed or they're either like, this is one of the worst things for me, is that a lot of people actually don't believe that I've got autism because of the stereotype. The reason that I do these videos, why do I do these videos? The reason that I do these videos is to fucking make awareness. Right? Everybody has autism as this fucking stereotype. As soon as you say to somebody, oh, he's got an autistic child, people automatically think, okay, non-verbal, in a wheelchair, slavering, thinking the absolute worst, thinking about undateables and stuff like that. Autism, it's a spectrum, right? So I'm high functioning, but it's almost like, right, because I've got a wife, right, I've got kids, I've got a mortgage, right? I'm still social, kinda, and I'm a store manager and retail. I've done well for myself. How dare you make out that autism's great when there's people out there that can't even fucking wash themselves and need help to do like the basic things? I want to say, how fucking dare you? How should I not be able to share my story about how I struggle in life? Because no, there's not enough awareness about. There's not enough awareness about high functioning autism. See people that's got high functioning autism, right? See low functioning autism, they need help, right? So they don't need to hide anything because they can't hide anything. High functioning autism can be a curse because the problem is you can hide it. But the problem is you hide it long enough, it starts to make you unwell, right? And the problem is, especially when people don't diagnose it early enough. I was in my mid-20s when I got diagnosed. I had to live 25, 26, 27 years thinking that the fucking world was against me, thinking that I was a fucking terrible person, right? Thinking the stuff that I did was just fucking weird and I had fucking someone was wrong up there, right? And see, getting that diagnosis of high functioning autism for people, you know what it does? It validates you and it makes you go, you know what? I'm not as crazy as I think. See the stuff that I do when nobody else is looking. This is what annoys me the most about my autism videos. Is that people meet me, right, and think that they know me. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. Even the closest people to me, the only person that knows me inside and out is my wife, right? Nobody sees the stuff that I do. And even stuff sometimes that I hide from her, right? Autism is very, very, very personal, right? And just because I'm not doing like what the stereotype states doesn't mean I'm not autistic. And it doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to say that sometimes having autism could be great. Because you know what? See, when you're high functioning, having autism can be fucking great. And that's what I'll try and do these videos for, is that hopefully that people watch these videos and go, you know what, he's quite funny. You know what, I take something from that. You know what, actually having autism isn't so bad. See, sometimes just having somebody else going, I do that. Okay, I do this, and you go, fuck, he does that as well. Do you understand how big that could be to somebody? I don't think people understand how hard it is to hide your autism. And when you're not diagnosed, like, you've got to try and conform to society. You've got to try and be somebody that like society says you've got to be. Because if you just start doing this stuff and being yourself and being the way that your brain tells you to be, then that's when like you end up people disliking you. I've had loads of people over the years just thinking I was a fucking rude arsehole, thinking that I was just like this big egotistical fucking maniac. But you know what? I had fucking high functioning autism. And know what? It was my way of coping with the world. And know what? I struggled to cope with the world. And I struggle daily. And I have to hide it. Because you know what? See, when you're high functioning autistic, the world still goes on. You didn't get somebody going, well, know what? Here's help for you. Because you're going to go, you're high functioning. You don't need it. So sometimes it's actually hard because you've got to do it by yourself. So I've got to parent by myself. I don't know how to fucking parent. I'm autistic. I am autistic, right? I didn't have to go through group sessions and then go through one-to-ones. I went through at least 12, 13 one-to-ones before I got my fucking diagnosis. See, when people understand the way that you are, they'll have a different viewpoint of you. And see, sometimes they go, oh, you know what? That's just the way that he is. Instead of having a negative connotation of you. So you know what? Know why I do these videos? And so people sit there that are in my shoes, that have had to live with it all their fucking life, and being high functional, and having people tell you that you're not autistic. I work with autistic people. Such and such is autistic. You're not autistic. Who speaks about high functioning autism, really, right? There's YouTubers out there, right? So there's Aspie World and stuff like that. And there's Asperger's awareness, and there's fucking like autism awareness. Autism speaks. But there's so much spoken about the low functioning side of things. You can type autism into Google, boof, it gives you like all the negative stereotypes, the low functioning stereotypes. But there's not any awareness for high functioning autism, people that have to deal with day to day, that actually sit there and go, fucking, I'm just not made for this life. No, they don't know. Know what? Maybe you should go to the doctors, maybe you should go see a therapist, do group sessions, do what I had to do, get a diagnosis, and then be proud to sit there and people and go, he's autistic. Sorry, I struggle with that, I'm autistic. Where instead of not having a diagnosis, having to go, I struggle with that. What do you mean you struggle with that? I can just get on with it. That's what happens with me in my life, right? I had to go through school, everybody thinking I was fucking dottled and like having ADD that was undiagnosed, people getting frustrated with us, and again, the stuff that I have to hide. Like, how dare you sit there and go, no, there's no way you're autistic because fucking somebody's worse than me. You don't know the stuff I've had to do in my life. You don't know the stuff I've fucking had to hide. You don't know the anxieties that I go through every day. My wife's the only person that truly understands my anxieties because she sees it day to day and she deals with it, right? My kids have to deal with it. Do you understand? Parenting having autism is really, really, really difficult. It's actually harder than actually a lot of people think because you don't have empathy. It's really actually hard to connect with your kids. I didn't connect with my first... See, like when Madison was born, I didn't connect with Madison until she was like fucking 4 or 5 months. I couldn't even connect to my own fucking child. Do you understand how difficult that is? But this is the thing, it's this stereotype that people have, that people go, well, no, you shouldn't speak about your autism because you don't want to label you because you know what, you look normal. Well, guess what? I'm fucking non-normal, right? I'm fucking autistic and I'm proud and I don't care, right? I'm doing these videos and I'm putting myself on a train and I'm going in that direction. If you didn't want to come with me on the journey, then fucking bugger off. I don't care. Go and do your own thing. You go that way and I'll go that way. What people don't understand is, as I've gotten older, I've alienated myself. And I've got to a point where I'm just getting very happy in my own little humble abode. And guess what? Maybe the reason I did do it was, to maybe be a little bit more social. And to kind of share my story and maybe actually start having friends across the fucking world that actually want to speak to me for who I am. A lot of people go, oh fuck, he's doing these autism videos. Fucking hell. Didn't want to get involved with that, it's a bit embarrassing. Whatever. I'm no bothered in the slightest. You either want to get on the train with me or you don't. I'm going to continue sharing awareness of autism and that's what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep on doing videos and sharing my story for that small amount of people, right? Those people that kind of go, I have to deal with that, or actually, you know what? I think I actually might be on the spectrum and I struggle to deal with stuff every day. Watch my videos. Go out, get some help. And know what? Share your story. Then people will actually start looking at you like that's your normal and that you're not just some fucking freak that fucking does things a certain way and has to be a certain way and have to conform to a certain way that society wants you to be. So I'm a bit angry, but I thought it was the best way to do this video. So that's why I do these autism videos, and that's why I'm going to continue doing these autism videos, and that's why I'm going to continue to share my story with everyone here. If you like it, great, subscribe and I'll continue putting videos up. If you want to speak to us, comment, add us on Instagram, speak about it. Let's fucking speak about autism. Let's stop that negative stereotype that autism is just low functioning. It's no, it's a fucking spectrum, right? And there's two sides of it. I'm that side, I'm that high functioning side, and I deal with stuff every day and I've got coping mechanisms to deal with it. And know what? I fucking love my autism. My wife loves it, my kids love it, right? And I'm never going to stop loving my autism. And if you don't want to love that autism, then go away and do your own thing, right? So, for all the people that have stuck by me through this and all the guys that have subscribing, liking all the stuff that I put up, thank you very much, and I'm going to continue doing it. So, see you again, Autism Mondays, every Monday. It's not going to stop. Thank you guys for all the support.